Welcome to the latest of our video previews from Picks and Ponderings. I'm Paul Major of Picks and Ponderings. Find us on Chicago Now. Picks and Ponderings in the search box will get you to where you need to go. Find us on Twitter at Picks Ponderings. We take personal tweets too at Hey Laserbeam. December means wintertime racing, and it also means another trip to Gulfstream Park in South Florida. This week with a light graded stakes schedule, Picks and Ponderings looks at the Grade 1 Starlet from Los Alamitos for the Frosh Fillies, and in this preview that you're watching now, the Grade 3 Rampart from Gulfstream Park. It's carded as the third race, post time at about 1 o'clock Eastern, so an early race before other graded stakes action gets underway, or a local Hawthorne card. The Rampart goes at a one-turn mile on the Gulfstream dirt. It's the third on the card. And the Rampart back in the day, back when Gulfstream was a 1 mile oval and had more palm trees, functioned as the de facto Filly Mare Championship race. Times and Gulfstream have changed. Gulfstream is now a 9 furlong oval, and the Rampart is now in December. The Rampart last year moved to January, and the one-turn mile House Rules was your winner last year. There's no Sight Seeks in this field. Sight Seek being a double Grade 1 winner from Frankel's barn. Instead, we've got an intriguing field mixing locals and shippers, all set to go the one-turn mile at Gulfstream. Marty Wolfson has 3 here to comprise the field for the Rampart. I like his A entry, or his primary entry, and that's the number 7 Best Behavior. John Velasquez is set to ride, breaking from post 7 and lined at 5-2. Best Behavior got good enough last year to win the Claiming Crown Glass Slipper. Hey, remember the Claiming Crown? That was a week ago. Oh, wait a minute, this race was a week and a year ago. But she won at a one-turn mile and they thought well enough of her after winning a $60,000 being second in the $60,000 stakes at Gulfstream to go try her in the Grade 2 Fritchie up at Laurel, and then try her in the Grade 2 Inside Information back down at Gulfstream. Those were at 7 furlongs, and I don't think that the Fritchie or the Inside Information are really what are at Best Behavior's ability. I think she was taking on too much there. Brought back to Gulfstream, brought back to minor stakes and twice other than and upper level allowances, like a twice other than she won last time at Gulfstream in the summer. She got back into form and got back on the beam. She likes the Gulfstream Oval. 5 starts, 12 top 3 finishes, 14 starts. This being the Wolves, and this being the Wolfson A, and this being the sort of Wolfson A, I'm thinking this one's well placed. Wolfson's also very good in layoff situations. Our lovely Brisnet Past Performances, Brisnet, the unofficial sponsor of our Picks and Ponderings video previews, remind us that Wolfson hits about 2 out of 5 times on long lays. Hits 2 out of 5 in the money and about 1 out of 5 in the win column. That's pretty fair when you're getting 5-2 odds in a field that might not be of the grade, that might not be the Rampart of years past. One spot to the left of Best Behavior as they break out of that long shoot at Gulfstream is Danessa Deluxe. Post 6 is where she'll break from, and Edgar Zayas will ride for Jorge Navarro. Like Best Behavior, she won a twice other than 62.5 optional claimer last time. She just won it over at Gulfstream Park West, the 1 mile around oval version, that in November, after coming off of a long layoff. There could be a good bit of speed up here, with horses like Best Behavior functioning as a target. I'm thinking that Danessa Deluxe, who's a bit of a one-paced clunk-up type, finally is going to get some setup. She's also turning back to sprints after being in route races like the Mother Goose and the Black-Eyed Susan. And she's been chasing around the A-level 3-year-old fillies of this group. The include Betties, the I'm a Chatterboxes, and so forth. There aren't any I'm a Chatterboxes or include Betties in this field on the grade 3 Rampart. This is a pretty good drop down in class, and she proved it, and she's proving that with a fifth, albeit wide trip and a twice other than at Parks, and then second last time and a twice other than up at Gulfstream Park West. She's going to need someone to go out in front and do the dirty work. You could say this one's just a clunk up type, but I think there's finally enough pace, and she's meeting a field finally at her class level. That maybe Danessa Deluxe finally gets career win number 3, chasing down some speed on the front end. Maybe the 1-turn mile works to her advantage. Wolfson B is at the rail, and that's the number 1 Cali Star. Local rider Tyler Gaffalione has the call. This one comes out of wait a minute, what is this with non-winners of 2? Wait a minute, what is this? Did they run non-winners of 2 other than 62.5 allowances every day at Gulfstream and Gulfstream Park West? Because here's another one that comes out of that. This one actually finished, that's because this one finished ahead last time of Danessa Deluxe in that November 18th Gulfstream Park West 2-turn mile, twice other than 62.5 race. Try saying that 5 times fast. But Cali Star did that first off the layup. This one goes second off the layup for the aforementioned Marty Wolfson, keeping the local rider that rode it last time. Prior to that, this one had been kicking around the Kentucky circuit. So we've got Wolfson second off. Wolfson first off of a trainer change and first into the barn is usually a better angle than second into the barn. So maybe I'm thinking that Cali Star takes a little bit of a dip down. Cali Star is also more forwardly placed. She led at every call on that 2-turn Gulfstream Park West 2 other than 62.5 AOC. So maybe stablemate best behavior is going after the lead. But at sprint distances, this one was able to rate. Look three back into that quirky 1-mile race at Ellis, and this one was off the pace. She's tactical, but Wolfson's in start 2 is not a great angle I'm willing to look at. Still, she's been running in some allowances. The rail works out. The rail may work out best for her, and she's got a sharp with respect to the clock workout on December the 7th over the local oval. She makes sense in this field. I just don't think she's the best of the Wolfsons, or any, for the win spot. So, the grade 3 Rampart for 100,000 in purse funds at a 1-turn dirt mile at Gulfstream. I'm going to the favored number 7 Best Behavior at 5-2 on the morning line. Over the number 6 Danessa Deluxe at 4-1 on the morning line. Slotting third, number 1 Cali Star at 3-1 on the morning line. I've given you a 5-2, a 4-1, and a 3-1. Let's shake up things with our long shot to watch, quoted at 15-1 on the morning line, and that's the number 3 Pink Poppy. Pink Poppy last time ran in the not a twice other than AOC 62. No, not that. She ran in the grade 3 My Charmer over at Gulfstream Park West on the grass. She was the controlling speed for most of the race for most of that mile and a 16th turf race that was probably a par for the course grade 3. I mean, she was on the lead and then kind of threw in the towel, losing to Lady Lara and being around the likes of another grade 3 winner in Sandiva. However, Pink Poppy goes on the dirt. Looking at her form, there's nothing but T's in a circles and T's in a boxes. Turf. And that's fine, because now why am I picking a horse that's always been on the turf? Well, Okay, she's got Rocky as her broodmare, sire. That's not a good thing. Ah, but the tis now sees Tizzy line. That's a good sire line for dirt. Maybe Pink Poppy in her first time on the dirt will like the dirt. If she takes after the topside breeding, why not at 15 to 1? Why not in the second start? Why not in the second start off the trainer change from Graham Motion to Ronnie Werner? Why not, considering I'm getting Eddie Castro aboard? Castro, a longtime fixture on the South Florida circuit, who has ridden Gulfstream and Gulfstream West with aplomb in the past. Pink Poppy is 15 to 1 on the morning line, and in a race where where I endorse best behavior, I could see Pink Poppy just as well. I'm using her at 15 to 1 on the morning line, and using her as my long shot to watch. So we'll recap our Grade 3 Rampart, the third on the afternoon from Gulfstream on the 12th of December, liking the number 7, Best Behavior, over the number 6, Danessa Deluxe, and slotting number 1, Cali Star third. Our long shot to watch will be number 3, Pink Poppy, at 15 to 1 on the morning line. Good luck from Picks and Ponderings.